Sanjay Gupta's marijuana special last night. I probably should have done one last night, but afterwards I was tired and I was just sort of... It was a little depressing. It was good. I mean, it pointed out some issues. I think a lot of people that are for marijuana rarely state the negatives, and there are negatives, just like every other drug. I think what bothered me the most, and this is probably all I'm going to mention about it, because there was no new information. Anybody that's watching my videos has probably seen and heard me talk about all the stuff that was in there already, or has seen other videos and read other documentation themselves. But the main story of the little girl that was having seizures, 300 seizures a day, a week? I think it was like 300 a day at some point. Anyway, my issue, the whole issue, was this supposed fear of intoxication. These two parents, or the parents, had a child that was having seizures that were so severe they were killing her. She was going to die from these seizures. They had already tried all the other medications, all the other pharmaceuticals. All of them, I'm sure, had terrible side effects, and they all probably made her really high. At the very least, spacey high. And what they kept harping on over and over and over is they wanted to find the perfect strain that wouldn't make her high. Because that was their concern. They didn't want to make her high. God forbid she should be high. God forbid she should get the giggles and eat some ice cream. So we couldn't have any marijuana. It had to be a special marijuana. We couldn't try it. Otherwise, we're just not going to do it. So instead of... I got the impression that had they not found this special marijuana, which I'm all for. I'm really all for. In fact, if I start to... When it becomes legal and I do start to grow, that is what I'll be growing, is the high CBD and low THC. But I got the impression that they would have rather had their child die than risk getting a buzz from marijuana. As if that is the worst thing that could possibly happen, is, oh my God, we got our daughter high. How do we live with ourselves? Well, I guess we just let her have seizures until she dies. Over and over, harping and harping on this anti-buzz. And then, of course, brought to you by Budweiser and the pharmaceutical company X. Really? Is that the focus? Is that what Americans, or is that what Sanjay Gupta thinks Americans are so hung up on? Children taking marijuana, and children getting high from marijuana, and children somehow being damaged by marijuana. It's all about the children. Oh, the children. Oh, the children. So when they were giving her these pharmaceuticals that were also killing her, were they thinking, oh, the children, this stuff is terrible. It has these side effects and it kills children. So, but that's okay. Again, this is my gripe, because we bought it from the correct cartel, and the correct drug dealer wrote it down on a piece of paper so the correct cartel could then sell it to us for exorbitant prices. But God forbid we should buy a herb from a hippie that will do the job, because it might give her a buzz and she might want some Ben & Jerry's. I'm so repeatedly irritated on this anti-high thing from marijuana or drugs, when every pharmaceutical that I know of gets you high, or makes you drowsy, or changes your consciousness, and they're all sponsored by alcohol, tobacco, and coffee, and everything else that gets you high. I'm glad he did it. I'm glad it's out there. I'm glad the tides are turning. But whatever stick has been shoved up our collective asses as Americans, where the butt-chugging beer is okay. It's a thing. Butt-chugging. Look it up. Butt-chugging beer is okay, but we can't have you getting high on marijuana. That's bad. Marijuana is bad. Beer is okay, because it's okay. Pharmaceuticals, Vicodin, Oxys, those are great. Great! Because our gods, the pharmaceutical companies, say they're great. And our drug dealers, the doctors, say they're great. But, again, marijuana's bad. Marijuana's bad. Ecstasy is bad. 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 Molly's bad. Very bad. I should do another video on this later when I'm not so annoyed, but kudos for Sanjay for shifting sides. I'll just be glad when it's legal and done with, so we can move on to other human rights issues and actually start making the world a better place. Peace.